I just don't see a world where you're going to learn faster playing this champion than playing something that's a little bit more like ABC. Like, you have these cool champions in your list that are a lot more manageable for someone who's starting out. And a lot of people think that when I'm saying things like, oh, play an easier champion, I'm saying that you can never play Yasuo again. It's not what I'm saying. I've yelled at many a person. I've yelled at huge streamers over this same concept. Like Quinn, he's a really massive streamer on Twitch. I yelled at him for this in the past because he got into the game playing Aurelia, right? And I'm just like, dude, you would literally learn Aurelia faster if you would just play an easier champion and learn to climb with that. Because the way the game works is like, you need to build good habits and you're fighting your champion every step of the way right now. So like, I can feel your kiting ability and all this stuff. It's like trying to paint 10 paintings at the same time. What I mean is, if I put you on something like Mordekaiser, for example, just as an example, if I put you on Mordekaiser, I'm not going to have to worry so much about whether or not you're fat fingering your abilities and dropping farm left, right, and center, and like missing tornadoes at pivotal moments, and like throwing out abilities out of order, or you know, there's so much fluidity in your champion. This is why Yasuo just sucks in low elo, dude. And this is also why I give you a chance. This is why I give you a chance to show me where you're at before I just say, all right, fuck this. I just really strongly would recommend like picking up something easier for mid, even if it's something that you would consider to be just boring as fuck, right? Just so that you understand how to climb properly versus people that are like, because right now you're just fucking around in bronze and wasting your time, where we need to learn one concept at a time, right? The next thing I want to teach you that I didn't get to cover with Yasuo, max range your abilities. Hover your Q right now, hover it like while looking at Mord. That's your range. When you farm, you see the tip of the dick there, the mushroom tip.
Yeah.
Tip of the dick is where you hit the fucking minion.
Gotcha.
Tip of the dick every time. That's how you last hit in this video game. Okay.
Right.
If you're same with your E, hover your E. Okay, that E, the max range there, tip of the dick. You see the dick?
Yeah.
Tip of the dick every time. So when you're pointing it out the other way, it's going to go all the way out to the edge. When you're last hitting minions, you want to practice last hitting for the max range. When you're last hitting with autos, hover or press A real quick. See your auto range? That's your auto range. Guess what? You can auto at that range. So when you auto, you should move forward and back. And when you last hit, you should move forward and back, right? And you should hit at the tip of the dick. See how you're standing on the minion right now?
Yeah.
You should be walking up at the last second to last hit it. To practice, or use your Q. Remember, you can just Q. You don't have to tank his autos. You could literally just Q to farm. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Mord's not mana. I forgot about that.
Right. That's why I want you on an easy champ like that too. That's part of it. And when he walks up like that, yes, you have to track him and click back yourself, right? Every auto he throws at you, if you just handshake it, usually that means it was your fault, right? You could have avoided the auto. So there, I would have probably EQ'd those minions here.
All right.
Now, if you land an EQ on Victor, you can very easily fuck him up. You have the wave at your back, right? This would be the time to start fishing for EQ. If he's not going to give it to you, just farm while walking at him. Remember, forward and back. And you can just walk at him. And if he gets out of line, try to land an E. Yep. And on that downtime, walk straight at him. Yeah, that's downtime. Yeah. And try to juggle both. Yes, exactly. That's trade stance. Once you recognize you're in downtime, walk straight at him. Walk straight at him. You're in downtime. Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay. Walk up and try to land an EQ on him while he's farming. He's got to hit that farm. Let's get this wave under now. Just spam your Q and yeah, auto this. And let's back up and reset. Get around the corner so he doesn't stop your back. There you go. That's good that you hug the wall like that. It's really hard for him to see unless he turns that corner completely. He won't see you. I would just get like a book or something here. Yeah, I think I'd just get a book. Walk out quick. Let's gank. He never is gonna kill him by himself. Just a pointless gank.
Do I want to try and fuck him up here since he's
Let the wave push in. You can definitely try to max range your EQ again. Yeah. You see how you're walking all up in the wave? Like it should never look like that. That was good. Now back away. Back away. Why are we clicking all over? Forward and back, my friend. And click straight home. Now look for a Q to farm and try to keep the wave right here. Right in front of tower. There you go. That's good. He's pretty low. He looks like he wanted to leave, so I just push out and shove under tower. Level up your Q with control Q instead of clicking the... Yeah. And you want to E the whole wave. So he just TP'd. That's good news for you, because you probably didn't have to do that. Now you have your Q and we're dropping minions. I don't really know how that happens. It's just like Yasuo. You can walk up and try to land an EQ on him as long as you're moving forward and back. Yeah, just throw that E, max range EQ, and back away. Now I think what I'm gonna do here is probably push this wave under. Yeah, I would have definitely went for the Q on the cannon instead of this trade. If he chases you, you can always ult, I guess. Use your pot. Do you know how your W works on Mord?
More damage. If I click it twice, it heals me.
Click it twice. Click it twice right now. Before you lose it, yeah. Now go ahead and E. If you hit the E, ult this guy, okay?
Alright.
Okay, Q. We didn't hit it, so whatever. You can use that W. When you have that little bar built up, yeah, just go ahead and use it. Now let's get this. Let's just spam Q on this wave and get it under. Because this spot sucks. And you still got this nasty forward or this movement habit.
All around. Yeah.
Right. Go ahead, EQ. Just EQ the wave. You're stuck, right? I can't do anything. EQ it. Back away. Use your W again. Consume it. And then Q again. Now, it's getting pretty spooky because we're getting poked down. A lot of that has to do with how you're moving. Now, see, that was good because you stayed at max range. Now go ahead and Q these minions. I don't know why you're walking up to them. Like, why are we like sitting in the wave? Like, just sit back and E. Like, E it.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, no.
Sit back. You're not an idiot, but you are right now if you keep tanking this wave. So sit back. That's why I keep trying to tell you, just use the tip of the abilities. You have your auto, you have your Q, you have your E. Don't overthink it. Just fling your Q out. Like right there. I would just fling my Q out and take it. Like that's what I mean when I'm saying like first concept is you've got to go ahead and if we land an E on that Victor, you can ult him, by the way. You would win. Use your W. You're about to get ulted. See that? Take a reset. We're getting too low to really threaten anything. So I just take resets when that happens. You could ult, or you could E him and ult there if he walked up in your face. All right, let's get back out there quickly. I would just shove. I would EQ this. Yeah, I would just EQ it. There's no play, right? We can't interact with the Victor at all. Okay, I would walk up and ult him if he wants to fight. Wait till you have your E up, though. Your ideal combo is E into ult. So, like, if you hit the E and he's dragging into you, you could spam R on him, just like a Yasuo, right? You could just spam R on him. You want to level up E. There you go. Go ahead and try to land the E. I would just queue this whole wave. I'd be fishing for E's or Q's or something. I'm not just friends with him.
Alright.
See? Don't be shy, dude. Like, you play Yasuo, right? Like, it's not much different. Just go poke him with Q. Go poke him. Your Q's off CD right now. Like, you're about to have E up. That's a good try. You can maybe hit him with a Q here. Go for it. Let's try. Oh, you were fine. That was a good attempt. You didn't have to flash either. Let's go shove. Shove. He's low, right? E.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, what's going on above you? You got all this action above you. Yeah. I'd walk over. Yeah, fuck him up. That was good that you didn't just like get all up in his face there. That was fine. Okay. I think you could consider it's tough. It's an Aatrox. You got a lot of abilities. I'd leave. I think it's sus. Run to tower, run to tower. Once I get spam pinged like this, I'm muting the pings. Like, I'm instantly... Like, if I'm you, I would just... It's the exclamation point next... Yes. Both of them. It would go to the Quinn and the Nunu. I would just instantly... They're all bad. They're all in the same elo, right? Like, and they're just being annoying. Like, I just mute the pings. They lose access. They're not normal humans anymore.
Gotcha.
Right. Alright, I take my reset now. Yeah, sit back a little further. Just go for it. I would grab a... Yeah, blasting one and boots, and let's get back out to lane. Now, again, you have your ult. You got this guy dancing in front of you. We've got no flash though. We don't know where the jungler is. Right? So it's a little sus to be trying to go too crazy. Remember, forward and back movements. You're sitting in the wave right now. I would use my W twice. I'd stop leveling with the mouse too. You obviously can do it. You're choosing to be lazy. Remember, every time you throw these abilities, you need to stop walking at him in a straight line after they go. Like, click the ability out and click home immediately. Think of minion or like a trade stance when you're facing champions as like you're behind sandbags and you're just popping your head out over the sandbag really quick and ducking behind the sandbag again.
Gotcha.
That'll really help with like keeping yourself alive. Let's try. All right, we're getting pretty low, so I'd take a reset here. Unless Nunu's coming. All right, wait. Yeah, I think we should go. Let's try. All right, I'm probably bailing. We'll wait for this wave because we don't want to give up the cannon wave. Farm the cannon wave under tower and then take a reset.
All right.
Now, when you see a minion that's clearly about to die to tower, I don't like giving up on the minion. I would rather EQ or something and try to steal it than lose it like that for free. All right, let's take a reset. Press B.
Oh, God. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very bad habit. Like, this game rewards being efficient and not a lazy person, right? So every time you're making these conscious choices to not try to focus on little details and do them right, you're basically just staying right with everybody else, right? Big pile of lazy people. You're in the lazy people group. Y'all don't move anywhere, right? Be above it. That's why these little details add up.
Gotcha.
Now, if I land an E here, this guy's getting ulted. That's what I'm thinking. So I would be walking up and try to land an E because he hasn't based yet. Ignite him. Yeah. You've got your W. Just walk at him. Now, if you hadn't stopped to Q him in the middle of that, you probably would have killed him. When he moves to the edge, you like max range your Q. Remember that, like, that whole, like, keeping your distance, that applies to when you're, like, farming. But when you're facing a mage and you have him in ult, walk right in his face. Because as long as you're on top of him, you're probably going to win. Use your W. All right, let's take a reset. Can't really rotate. We don't have anything. So usually it's either in this game, I would probably look for either Merc Treads or Sork Shoes. So I think MR is fine because you're facing a Karthus and a fucking Victor. Let's go. You also hard counter Yumi, by the way, because you could just ult the Victor and pull her off. Just fun facts. Yeah, fun facts. A lot of people don't realize that. That's a really good pick in a Yumi. It's very frustrating if you're the Yumi player. I would EQ this whole thing. I wouldn't just stand here and do nothing. Think about it. You've just been getting poked the entire lane phase, right? Guy pokes you every time you walk up to farm. Well, if he's not there, get rid of the wave so you don't get poked again, right? Like that'd be a very good time to do that. And if I hit an E, I'm going all in again. And this time, if he uses his W on you, just flash over it and stay up his ass after you ult him. Because last time you kind of let him get away. Go ahead, push. Try to land your E. Like, see right there? See how you're not on him? Oh, I would have walked it in there. I don't see how we die. Fight him. Why we run? Yeah, there you go. Q him. Now you got to flash out probably, yeah. So let's grab the Merc Treads and let's grab a book. We're probably going Rylai's here. Because they're mages, right? They're trying to kite you out.
Okay.
The Rylai's gives you a slow. On your passive, on your Q, on your E, yes.
Okay.
So it's just really good on Mordekaiser in general. Game's definitely winnable. Probably just gonna go to mid for now, but I want to work our way up to side lanes soon. I don't want to be in mid anymore. This is pretty standard with tops and mids. Same with the champ you're playing before. Like you'd want a side lane after lane phase most of the time. You don't want to sit in mid, especially if Mordekaiser is a really good. Is not a good ARAM champ in my opinion. I guess he's okay because if he hits E, but it's kind of dependent on your teammates hitting shit. I'd walk down river and maybe ult somebody, maybe. Depends. You got to get your camera on it. I would not blind face check it though. Ooh, that's a good steal attempt. Okay, that's not the guy I'd want to fight in a 1v1, but there could be other options. Quinn just solo killed the Sivir, so that's huge. So I would push up hard because it's 4v5, and I would try to find an E and ult somebody. If you have to, we'll take it. Like if we have to fight him, yeah, ignite. This is good, yeah. That's the thing about Mord. It's a little bit easier than Yasuo, my friend.
Right.
It's a little bit easier to win a 1v1 when you just press R and beat people to death, right? Let's walk up and shove this wave to tower. We could ping Baron too. Let's just ping Baron a bunch. We're kind of telegraphing that we're going there, so it probably won't work. Let's just take a reset. All right, let's keep it moving. Get back out to mid.
Do it. Is it because we're expecting a team fight here?
At the moment, there's not much else to do. We probably could go bottom after we take this tower. All right, we just bail after we take this tower. Just leave. Just go to bottom. Just go to bottom. You're going to get us killed. Use a plant. We'll just walk to bottom, use the plant, and go to the wave. Oh, wow. W.
Fuck that.
Put a ward behind you and press B. Push B. Don't panic. Just get in a bush and press B, dude. I don't know how we get away with this dumb shit. Maybe he thought you went over the wall.
Sorry.
That's crazy. But yeah, the point is that like, if you're gonna go for the tower, you might as well commit to the auto, right? And realistically, when we're in that situation, just try to walk it out after the play's dead. He's gonna get that. There's not much you can do about it. Go ahead and EQ this. I would consume my W here instead of walking around with no health. Yeah, there you go. Now, we just hard push. We have our ult. Really like slam EQ, dude. Also, press escape real quick, actually. Press escape in the bush. Yeah, it's fine. Click on quick cast all. And then replace quick cast with quick cast indicator at the bottom. Turn that off. Uncheck it. Press OK. Now throw your E at him.
What is going
because you don't have an indicator now. Because basically you're taking longer to use your abilities with the E because you have the fucking manual cast on. Walk up and try to hit an E on the guy. You're still Mordekaiser. If like someone walks into you, yeah, ult them. Just walk up and E ult. Ult. Fight. Don't run. Like when you hesitate with Mordekaiser like this, you just make the fight 90 billion times harder. Right? Literally, this is why I want you on this champ, a simple champ, is because you literally should just be thinking, fuck it, E ult somebody and fight them. It takes all the guesswork out of it.
Okay.
Right? As long as you're responding quickly to action on screen and you just press E ult, you're probably going to win. But when you get scared and hesitate and run and get poked down and run and get poked down, I'm trying to teach you that, like, you need to understand you're near a bunch of mages. Like, you need to just go.
Gotcha. There's
right?
not really any getting out. Just go for it.
Right. Just pull it.
Okay.
I would just work. Well, I say work bottom, but we're about to lose that wave.
Oh. Quick
Yeah. Remember, don't hesitate. Just walk up, try to eat somebody and ult them. Now, unfortunately for us, we're a little bit too far behind with no ignite now. Like, hold tap. Wasn't a bad choice, really. We're just, you know, we're not that strong at the moment. But you could see pulling Yumi off the guy is like a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I just go ahead and sell this?
Yeah, I'm no. I'm gonna just wait for this. I'm just gonna wait. You almost have it. We're gonna go hold bot. Pretty ambitious flash without ult.
Yeah, just.
If you have ult, that play would have actually been really good. Like, that would be a very good move but make sure when you're about to do some real shit, just ask yourself, do I have ult? This holds true with just about anybody.
Right.
Keep it simple. I'll just keep pushing. I'll just keep pushing this out until I have my ult up. Use your W. Remember. Yeah. We're hard pushing. Really aim that E. Lock the little attention to detail stuff. You're pushing, but you fling your E out even though no one's guarding you. And that E should hit all the minions that it possibly can. You shouldn't miss any. It's an open, it's a layup, right? You're missing layups. See the wave stacks up? See how you missed that one in the back? That means you're gonna have to focus, you're gonna have to take extra time to clear this wave now because of that. See? Just keep cruising. I'm gonna shove one more.
Ah, fuck. Sorry.
You know what I'm gonna say, don't you? Now back up and use your W.
Yeah. Missing this fucking thing.
Right. I would try to knock this tower down, maybe. Get in the bush and reset. They back pretty quick after Baron. I don't think you're going to be able to take this tower fast enough. Yeah. So usually Demonic Embrace is good here. Yep. Build what you can. Get back on the map. Work bottom. We have Ignite. Let's check Aatrox's items. I mean, I tried to beat him. He has no MR. I think I would try to take him. Yeah. You should wait in the bush in bot lane because he's clearly pushing you. The bush right next to you right now. No, below you in lane. There's a lane bush below you. Just wait. See if he's just autopilot shut. Because usually when guys get strong, they just start pushing, right? Without thinking. Yeah, you want him to kind of like walk by you and you're just going to calmly E ult and then probably going to have to ignite him. I wish you good luck.
No.
Yeah, do it. Ignite him right away. Good choice. Yeah, just walk at him. It's gonna really suck for him. Yeah. See? Sweet. I don't know why the Karthus is ulting, but whatever. Let's push. That's a very strange ult. Couldn't do that with Yasuo, buddy. Couldn't just cold beat a guy up in Baron minions. That's just that's a Mord only move right there, dude.
Right. Always too quick. Let's wait.
Let's take a reset. We're gonna sell the door and shield next.
Do I want to push out top?
I would just go mid first. I would push mid first because you don't have ult. And then shoving mid will kind of keep you insured in case we go down into the dragon pit and just die, right? Let's go to bottom. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to go... No. Just go to dragon pit. It's too many. It's too many. I'm leaving. The fight went too badly for us. Just go to top. Yeah, that's a good choice. Because you can't really do anything in mid right now. We're going to have to wait for our team to respawn. Then after we clear this, I'm probably just going to reset. All right, let's take a reset in the bush. Yeah, because we gotta defend. Now, we're going to go to Aatrox or Yuumi mid, yeah. Sivir has a spell shield, though, so you're going to have to E her first before trying to ult.
Okay.
Okay, clear the wave. All right, we're going to Sivir, yeah. Nice, good. I just walk it in. This is free. Use your W. This is very free. Yep. We're printing money. Use your E. I feel like we could win sometimes. Just keep moving. Yeah, just keep moving. You got your W. Keep autoing. You can't back down now. Just keep fucking, yeah. Let's try. Depending on your kiting, like if you maybe kite him out a little bit, you probably could get the win, right? Because you do have the slow on him. But I mean, obviously this game is pretty tough. right? The only way we're winning is if we get like a big ace. I think I would just go Zhonya's, or Orb is pretty good too. Like Morello is pretty good here too, because they've got quite a bit of healing. Yeah, we could just, let's just go Orb and Blastic One for now.
Why?
I would shove one more. They're not on your, they're not knocking on your door yet. Enemy team's gonna get Baron. You can't stop it. So you might as well just clear fast. If you get jumped here and they're not on Baron, I guess it's just tragic, but we kind of have to assume. Use your W. We kind of have to assume that they're like on it a lot. Yes. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hit this, take a reset, get the Morello, and then we're gonna have to try to make a stand with our teammates and just hope for the lucky ace.
If I could target someone,
It's gonna be Sivir, I think, or Karthus, maybe Aatrox, even any of them. Like if we hit a big E, just go. You gotta get out. Your team's about to die, and we're not gonna have any chance. You need to just go out there and maybe fling an E and try to hit a big ult right now. Yeah, just go. Hope you win. Yeah, guarding the tower is actually a good little micro movement that you just did, like moving to the tower. That was good. Let's try. No, it's fine. I mean, like I said, they look how many minions these guys have. Like we're just so fucked. Like you only win through an ace. All right, hold tab. Now I want you to realize, like, your whole team is basically spam pinging you and flaming you this entire game, right? Like,
yeah,
this type of stuff.
That's League.
Right, yes, it is. It really is. I mean, I'm dealing with it outside of League just for doing my job.
Right.
People just get mad, right, when they're not the fucking star and they feel like they're owed something. The reason I'm telling you this is because this game, you were way more functional than you were on Yasuo. You still have a long way to go mechanically. It looks pretty sloppy still, right? But at least I've got you on the straight and narrow now for how your gameplay should, or at least the champion you should be focusing on. Because at this point now, I'm gonna go and share my screen. I feel that since I just pulled you off of your champion that you're grinding with and put you on something easier, that I should give you like the full tutorial since you're pretty new.
Cool. It was like a little like janky because like I haven't played him a lot, so
right.
Like, not that I should have been missing those things. It's pretty basic,
but I still owe it to you, I think, to give you, like I said, think of this as like the best. Think of this as like the best Mordekaiser guide you need. Okay, like this is like, this covers everything, just so you can go forward and you can feel pretty confident with this champion. All right. Here's the reality with Mordekaiser. This is the best, or one, if not one of the best low elo laners in the game. Okay, Mordekaiser, absolute one of the best low elo laners in the game. Okay, he's up there with like Garen, with Darius, with well, let me mute my sound real quick. He's up there with like Garen, he's up there with like Darius, he's up there with I'm trying to think of how they're good, like Alawi's, Yorick. The reason why these types of champions perform really, really well in low elo is because their ease of execution is super low. That's why I constantly recommend them to players that are starting out, and why I always use them as kind of like a good reference point for like, okay, dude, you need to be able to do these easy guys before you worry about the hard guys.
right?
So the first things first is the Q. Okay, so basically everything that revolves around like Mordekaiser's kit. Like when you hit abilities, this bar fills up. Okay? That bar, that is the shield. That's all. Like, it's very simple. If we're autoing, we're filling up the bar. If we're landing E, we're filling up the bar. See the autos?
Right.
If we're walking around, we're filling up the bar. Right?
It's not off your own image. Okay.
It's every ability, like all that shit fills up the bar. Now, when the bar is filled up, you can W to use the bar, and then you can W again to consume the bar for like I think it's like under half or something. You consume it to health. Right? You get the health back. Now, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that mechanically, there are no rewards in game for being a disciplined micro fucking phenom. Okay? If you move like this, the game doesn't reward you for moving like this. Well, I mean, it does actually reward you, but it doesn't give you any sort of stimuli or any sort of like pat on the ass for like moving correctly. Every noob moves like this.
Right.
Everybody moves like this when they're new, right? That needs to die. Okay? The way I explain it is every person always needs to be reminded this is the movement line. Okay? This is how you move. You only veer off this line temporarily, right? Floor is lava. Lava is all this. Okay?
Yeah.
This is all lava. You understand? Stay off of the lava. If we're gonna go in the lava, briefly touch the lava, get back to center. Okay? Why is this important? Well, because for one, all these enemy champions, they have ranges. Like Victor has a range, Lux has a range, Morgana has a range, Yone has a range, right? They're usually around here as a baseline. So just start by assuming that everybody has a range and get used to what that range is. The way you do that is moving like this. You move all over the fucking place, it's not consistent. I'll give you another metaphor for this. Play basketball at all?
I have in the past.
Right, okay, so you've probably watched basketball. This is the net, this is the bucket, okay? That's the hoop. When you watch NBA, when the guys shoot free throws, where do they stand? They sit right there, right?
Yeah.
When they shoot free throws, they don't stand here, do they?
No.
How about over here?
Gotcha.
Right. So when I'm farming and I'm moving and dodging skill shots, why would I want to constantly, if I draw this bucket out, right? If I draw this bucket out, why would I constantly be taking my free throws all over the fucking bucket?
Makes sense.
Right. Why wouldn't I instead try to keep the same exact range and spacing the entire time after every minion? If I want to improve my last hitting, why wouldn't I do this? Do you see what I mean?
Right.
This is why I get on people. This is why I get secondhand anxiety. This is why my blood pressure goes up when I see people clicking and moving all over the place like a psychopath. That's right. Because what that tells me is that you're not repeating. There's no repeatable pattern. How could you be good at it if you're not practicing anything? Right, I click over here, I click over here. You know, the minions move forward, but like I'm standing in a different position, the minions aggro to me, then the champion moves. Like nothing is consistent. How could you possibly learn? Impossible, right? So that's why I always say, like, you really want to just emphasize this type of posturing because it's repeatable, it's consistent, you know what to expect. The skill shots arrive in the same locations, right? And you can get used to being like, whoop, skill shot, right? Like, whoop, I'm out of the way, and then back to the movement. Right? So if you got to move to the side real quick, all right, cool. Get repositioned, like the waves right here, get repositioned like this, and just do this. Now, the next thing was range. Max range is everything with a champion like Mordekaiser. You want to hit trades on a lot of champions without taking trades back. The reason why is because you're all in. If I ult the guy at 100 HP and he has 100% HP, who's going to win? Well, probably, right? Good chance. Yeah. However, if I get chunked down to this much, right? I lose all this health, and then I ult. Who's probably going to win?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Right. The other guy's going to shit on us. The idea is that your movement needs to reflect. When you're poking at people, do this. See that?
Right.
Do that. This way, when you're playing the game this way, you're not in a situation where every time you throw out an ability, you're standing here. Yeah, you'll hit damage, but if you didn't plan on just running at them and all-inning them, they're going to take damage back. You don't want that. This right here, this concept, this is called empty trades. You want empty trades. Empty trade means you traded, they didn't do shit. Right? They didn't do anything. You hit this guy and run away. That is the best. That's the ideal trade. Just like when I play like Trinamir and I walk up to somebody and I auto them and I E away from them and hit them with the E, right? They autoed, I autoed, but I added an E in, so I won the trade. You're always looking to get an edge, right? Either it's an empty trade or a favorable trade or something like that. Like you're always looking for that little edge. This type of movement pattern is everything when you're talking about Mordekaiser. Now, the E is pretty simple. You can actually throw this E like in your face. It's very awkward though. I don't recommend this, but it is possible. So if you got a guy like up your ass and you're trying to get away from him, this is a pretty good move. You literally like, you just kind of point it like behind you slightly. You see that?
Right. And
you can kind of pull him away. It's a little awkward though. Like I said, it's a very strange maneuver. It never feels that great to do. The next thing I want to teach you is the ult combo. The ult combo is very simple. That's it. That's all it is. You E, you spam R at them when you see them about to get grabbed.
Okay, so R before Q.
Yeah, I would recommend, I mean, you could Q in there too, but like, see, you could do that. Like, as long as, you would E, R, Q. Yes, you would just E, like,
Gotcha.
see how you get your passive right away? Now they're fucked.
Right.
The next tip about the Mordekaiser ult that not a lot of people know. So if I ult the guy here, look at the circle. Okay? I want you to remember the circle. Okay? Remember how it looks. Now let's put the dummy here and ult this guy like this. You see the difference?
Yeah.
I am now, it's a way tougher situation. If I ult him this way, he has way more distance to run, doesn't he?
Yeah.
However, if I ult him this way, look how far back we can go. He can't go anywhere. Think of this as like Lee Sin ward hopping behind people. Ideally, if you're going to ult somebody, so let's say you E, R them here. If you know you're going to be in front of them, R them here. Do not R them here.
Gotcha. So
You understand?
Controlling that urge to just like pop it, I guess.
Right. So just think about it when you're doing it. Like, wait, maybe I could do something. So like another example of this is there's some pretty disgusting situations to be ulted in. Like this one. Right? Like if this happens, like it's pretty hard to get out. So it's just important that you remember this. If someone's against a wall, this is another classic example. Like here, guy's ganking you and it's going to be a tough fight when he's very mobile champion. Let's think of the classic, like the Nidalee, right? Well, Nidalee's up your ass. Get against a wall. This way, if you hit your E, right? You can just go like this. Look.
Gotcha.
Another example of this maneuver, you know, sometimes if they're too mobile for you, same concept. Now he can't hop the wall and get out. He's going to die. You understand?
Right.
This is stuff that I don't really cover a lot with the Mord specific coachings, mainly because, you know, we had some extra time to kill, and I figured, you know, since I'm putting you on a new champ, I might as well give you just the whole fucking rundown that you can use and the community can use, right? Now for builds, it's you know, it's pretty simple. Like usually there's two options for Mordekaiser. You could just do this. This is pretty stock standard. Like you just do, whatever the fuck this is called right now. I can't read Korean, right? Tabbies and Rylai's. And then you've got your Sunfire. You could just go like Sunfire, Tabbies, and Rylai's again, right? You could go tanky as well. But these items are not why you're in low elo. Like some people like get like super hung up on itemization, but dude, you could go full tank. Like you could legitimately in low elo just build this and you'll win. Like as long as you're doing the right things, like it's not gonna matter. Right. I just think it's important to clear that up. Some other little details that I want to leave you with is the first thing is in lane, right? You as a player right now, you need to just focus on attention to detail, leveling the right way, getting all your farm up, staying on the path, right? Doing the little things right. I just had a bunch of people message me recently about like, I had one guy message me that he went from like a negative win rate on Xerath to a higher, like basically a really high win rate to gold right now. The reason why is because it was a very similar concept for him. It was more about, Xerath has to sit way the fuck back and practice the same thing. It's universal. It's all champs, all rules, like, or not all rules, but most all champs in mid, right, need to learn this concept. It's a very important concept. If you get your farm, you're playing the, you're walking like a minion, you're playing the fucking floor is lava game well, right? All this other stuff will start to fall into place because at 20 minutes, you had like 100 farm. At 20 minutes, if I'm playing in your elo, I have 180 at least.
Gotcha.
Right? Your discount mord, your fucking dollar store mord. You understand?
I gotcha.
You're the fucking, what's it? You're the craft fair mordekaiser. Right? I want you to be industrial grade. Right? You show up, you hit your farm, you get your items on time, right? And you move like somebody that's playing a competitive game. If all this is very annoying to you or like really like repetitive, then congratulations, game's probably not going to be for you, as it really truly is. Like, you're facing people that are just like borderline or actually are autistic, right? And they're going to focus on these little details. If you're not focusing on them, it's just, you're going to get outmatched. Okay. The good news is you're in an elo where just like making this like mental shift to being more, like I said, more disciplined on what you're doing and more deliberate about your actions usually will just spike win rate right away. Because once you kind of like, it's like, I've been talking recently about religion, not like esports religion and stuff, but this is actually like, this is very religious. Like if you follow it, it works. Like it just, you believe it, it works. The game doesn't reward you. Like there's no fucking, like I keep saying, there's no CS thing. There's nothing like this where it's like this guy stayed in the, the heat map was correct. There's no like heat map here on the screen and it shows you like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's staying in here. There's nothing. No game no end game announcement. Nothing. Right? It's all you. Like you have to do these little details. You have to say, all right, I'm gonna level up the right way because I want to move through the game quickly. I'm gonna move the correct way because like I don't want to get hit by skill shots randomly. I'm gonna get my, I'm gonna make sure that like when I'm hitting farm, am I hitting the farm like this? Like this? Right? Am I hitting it like this? Or am I hitting the farm more like this? See the difference?
Right. Oh,
yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you about. When I was playing them, I noticed when I pulled a minion, sometimes they ended up behind me. Am I just not hitting Q quick enough on that? Or?
Yeah, probably. I mean, sometimes, if it's like... The combo, I mean, really is literally just E. Every time you E, you should click behind you. As a rule, I tell people like when you're talking about kiting in this game, a lot of people try to be like super exact with their clicking, like when they're running away. I noticed that's like a weird thing that people do, right? I literally just click like I'm throwing things off on my screen. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like when I'm kiting, like I just go like this. You understand? Like I just go here. It's way more reliable than trying to be like, I want to accurately click to the exact position. No, just like click backwards and then, reposition forward again. Gotcha. Once you get really good at this, like once this becomes second nature, you see my accuracy is quite good, right? That's what you're trying to achieve with Mordekaiser. Now, the whole tip of the dick thing, this again is universal. If you, once you climb, eventually I'm going to say you can go back to Yasuo, right? And that'll be once you get to gold. right? That's the same thing with Yasuo. Like the Q and the Q of Tornado, that's the same stuff. Right? Take the easy champ first with the slower cooldowns, the more reliable 1v1, right? Take the easy champ, nail the farm with this guy, nail being disciplined with this guy, right? And unlock Yasuo on a natural progression as opposed to just fucking, look at me, I can Yasuo, right? Like, no. Do it the other way because it's going to make your Yasuo game better than if you did it the opposite order.
Gotcha.
Because relearning or undoing bad habits is a lot harder than just like being like, oh, I get it. Because eventually you're going to do this on your own. It's going to click. And you're going to go, oh my God, I fucking know. This guy knows what he's talking about, right? It's going to take a while. But once it clicks, you're going to see why I made you do this. And then when you go back to Yasuo, it's going to be like, oh, this is why I was just fucked. I was like all jacked up with Yasuo because it's a way faster tempo and I was doing all this other stuff wrong on top of that. Right. And so my goal is like, if you do wind up coming back, my goal is to see like more disciplined gameplay where I look through and I'm like, okay, this guy is looking like he's playing serious, right? That way, if you're still fucking up, at least I don't have to nitpick like fundamentals. I could be like, okay, you know, he's not dropping as much farm. He's not just moving like a psychopath. Like his stuff is making a little bit more sense because you have to get through these first like 5 to 10 minutes of laning and come out with more farm, more stable early games before we can really start like talking about carrying and all that. But it'll come. If you practice the stuff, like it'll get a lot easier. It'll unlock for you. It's just, like I said, no one teaches it. No one, you know, everyone's talking out of their ass. Like that game, like everybody's like spam pinging you. They all suck dick. Like there's no... like the game doesn't really help you the way that you should be helped when you're starting out. So hopefully this kind of demystifies things a bit. As for, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that obviously after lane phase you should work on side laning and dueling people just to start off. And then with the, you know, I want to say again, I like that you're trying to move your camera around on your own. Keep doing that. If we go to dragon fights or whatever with Mordekaiser, it's a hell of a lot easier because you just press R on people and you probably win. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. Keep me posted. Shoot me a message in a couple weeks and let me know how your climb's going, okay?
All right, man. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it.